What can I get you? What? Not enough credits? Stop wasting my time, okay?
Hello there.
Jazzy.
Hey, Dick. Just look like there's something wrong. I saw when they brought your bike in. I knew it was you the second I saw it.
Yeah? Is that right?
Yeah. Look, I tried to talk to Cope, but he's pretty pissed right now. I'll see him.
Yep. What? Manny, just let me look. Jesus, this is not goddamn. There. How you doing? I guess. Let's go get ahead to that rear checkpoint, find some sterile bandages. I guess I'll see what I can find.
You get to the tower, a radio uplink won't shut down. I'll pay you to restore it. Spaceman had everything gets shut down right before it's personal. Goddamn right it's personal. It used to be a part of my camp. Seems they didn't let me. Can't steal it.
Okay then. Hey, Deke?
Hey, Deke, how's it going?
Bad day.
What can I get you? Nice. Okay.